Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Let's start our today's video lecture. Basically, I was ill and I was sleeping till now. It is 6:05. Now I'm feeling a little comfortable and I know you have exams and all, so I can't miss a class for you guys. At least if this class counts or not doesn't matter, but it should count in your side so that it may help in exam. That's nice. So we do the continuation of the program we did in a lab about the transformation. The first is a translation, where the translation is this is x prime, this is y prime, and this is gonna be equal to 1 0 0 1. We have done it. And this is gonna be x and this is gonna be y, and we have to get the t of x and t of y. So add whatever the t of x is to the x, and when you calculate the x, at that moment we have the x, no y, and when you calculate the y, there is no x but y. And that means in overall, x will be equal to x plus t of x, and y will be equal to y plus t of y. This is the first thing. So if we come to the program, what we have already done in the lab, but we have just done with the, like we said that we give the transformation choices for translation or rotation or scaling. Do you want to do the translation? What do you want to do? That will be in a TR choice, and if the choice is 4, that means you have opted to quit. Then we give the information. Then sorry, then we have the choose the object for transformation. So whatever the transformation you want to do, on which object you want to do it, whether you want to do it on a point, circle, line, or rectangle. Point and circle, keep it on a closer because they have the same x and y's. No x2 y2, neither point has nor circle. The line and rectangle, we know, we have explained this thing. It has, the line has the initial point, the coordinates, and the end coordinates, so x1 y1 and x2 y2. Rectangle also has the northwest corner and southeast corner, so which has the x1 y1 and x2 y2. So we need to, for these two guys, I need x1 y1 x2 y2, and for these two guys, point and circle, I only need x1 y1 and only r for the radius for the circle. Okay, so I'm getting the choice. Then accordingly, I have explained it in the class that I either draw the point or the circle or the rectangle or the line. Okay, taking the coordinates, we have already done it, right? So and this is quite obvious now. And in the default, that means you have not selected the proper object, so you are telling the user that are you gonna try again or not. If yes, then you got to go to here. That means you try again and go here, exactly here, and do it again. Otherwise, you just, if the user says no, I don't want to, I didn't press the one, that means you don't want to do again, so then exit. Okay, then we switch the TR choice. The TR choice is about the transformation. What transformation you want to do. If user has pressed 1, that means it's a translation. If it has pressed 2, then it's a rotation. In translation, what do we do? The matrix for that is, I have just shown it. So this is what we have to do now, that you have to add t of x to the x and t of y to the y. So that means you're asking the user, give the translation in x and y. Okay, then get it in a t of x and t of y, that translation of x and translation of y. And then accordingly, if you see if the choice was 1 or 2, that means it was a circle or it was a what is it called, a circle or point. Then you just simply add t of x to x1 and t of y to y1, right? But if it was the 3 and 4, that means line or rectangle, then not only the t of x is added to x1 and t of y to y1, but also to the corner points or end point in a line. Okay, because if you have a line, the line has, sorry, if you have a line, the line has the end point where is the x1 y1 and it has the x2 y2, and also to the rectangle. This is the x1 y1, this corner, and this corner is x2 y2. So that means we add t of x to this, t of y to this, also t of x to this, t of y to this, similarly t of x to this, t of y to this, and same amount t of x add to this and t of y to this, right? But if it is circle or it is the, then we have to only add the x's and y's, x1 and y1, not x2 y2 in that case. So it will do me the translation, that is, it will move my particular object from one place to other. For example, here I just want to see the translation, so I choose 1 as a translation. Okay, now it's asking me for the transformation object, which object you want to transform. Say for example I want to transform my point. Okay, then it is asking for me the coordinates of, this is the window coming up, this is my window of the graphics window. Okay, what are the coordinates of this? I will say 200, 200, and we know we have actually created a point here and also the little circles to understand where the point is, so that we don't miss the point. Now under the translation in x and y, I just want to move it 50-50, for example. Okay, 15x and 15y, and now you could see the second point is coming up here. It is translated, right? It is translated. Now the second thing is the in transformation is what? That is the case second will be the rotation, if you want to do rotation. And we know for rotation we have a matrix. This is the same thing we have to do. What is the matrix there? I will just change this one only for the matrix. Okay, rest is written here. So if I write my matrix here for the transform for the rotation, now this is for the rotation. Now this is the x prime and y prime. I got a cos theta here in x, but in y it is sine theta, and in y it is sine theta in the x and plus cos theta in the y. So when you want to add now this is the x and y, and this side I don't have this thing. Okay, so to the x and to the y, to the x I have to add cos theta minus sine theta, and to the y, that is x has to be, this is x cos theta minus y sine theta. In y it is x sine theta and y cos theta, and this case is negative and this is positive. The same thing I did with here. If you see here, if you want to rotate, you got firstly I'm saying which angle of rotation in degrees, and I got a degrees, and here I did a little change because degrees I created the double or float you can take, and theta also because there is a floating point operation. So last time in the class I took degree as an integer because it is an integer, but maybe it will give problem, but may not it will give problem, because here it will be integer multiplication and it may truncate your that thing. Okay, it may truncate your points, so better is to keep degree as a float or double. Okay, so that it can take the floating point values. So theta, you calculate theta because we talk about degrees and this is in radians. The theta is in radians because when you say cos theta, sine theta, they basically are it's taken is a trigonometry. We take it in radians, so we have to convert this degree into radians. We ask user for the degree here, okay, but we convert that into the radians here. The radians is degree into 3.14, whatever the degree is, into the pi divided by 180. Okay, and this is basically, what is that? Where is OneNote? Yeah, basically we have the whole circle. If it is a unit circle, for example, one unit circle, and it completes one total arc, this arc is actually 2 pi, and this is the r, so this is 2 pi r. Okay, from this formula only, okay, we calculate from degree to radians. That degree into 3.14, that's a pi, and divided by 180. So this is the formula for the getting the things in the radians. Okay, now then I'm just printing it here for just my own purpose. I was just checking it what it gives, theta and all. Okay, now I will see if the choice is 1 or 2, that means a circle. So x will be x times cos theta minus y times sine theta from the matrix, and y will be x times sine theta plus y cos theta. No need to print these guys. Okay, and if you have the 3 and 4, then you have to do same thing with the x1 y1 and also with the x2 and y2. The rest is same. So if I give it a go here, okay, and now I'm saying that I want rotation. Okay, maybe this time I choose the line. Okay, now it's asking for the coordinates of line, starting coordinates of a line, because line has the two coordinates, start point and the end point. Maybe 100 is my start point. Okay, let increase in the x, let it be 400, but y same, so it will be straight line, as you could see. Okay, now I want to rotate angle, that's why it's asking for the rotation, because I have chosen the rotation here too. So angle rotation, don't give it too much of rotation because it will go out of the screen. Just give it a 20 degree. Now it's rotating the line 20 degrees. Okay, it's working fine. Now the last thing will be, in it, the case third is the scaling. In scaling, we know, if we talk about the scaling, so in case of my scaling, if I have to change this matrix here, okay, this thing also I don't need for rotation or for scaling. Now I just give it a go back. Now this will be some scaling factor in x, so s of x, and y will be 0, and for it x will be 0 and this will be s of y. Okay, some scaling factor. So I have reused the variable t of x and t of y for these guys. I have not created the s of x and s of y. I reused the variable t of x. So that is to be multiplied. You have to multiply your what's the code block? Yeah, you have to multiply the s of x and t of x, t of y. So what is I'm doing is I'm using for s of x I'm using t of x, and for t of y that means scaling factor. How much scaling you want to go in for x and how much scaling you want to go for the y. Okay, and then again, if it is a 1 and 2, that means point or circle, we just do it with the x1 and y1, and with the radius if it is circle, and if it is line or it is the rectangle, then we give for both of these guys. Okay, for x1 y1 and also with the x2 and y2. We understand that, right? Let us do it for the scaling to end it. So 3 is for scaling, and let me choose this time the rectangle. So it's asking me for the northwest corner of rectangle. Here comes the window. This is coming me on the other screen. Let me get it here. So it is asking for northwest corner. So let it be 100. Okay, and enter the x and y southeast corner. Let it be 200 and 200. Okay, this is my rectangle coming up. Now enter the x scaling. Let it be just small, okay, because I don't want to get it bigger so that it go out of the screen. So let it be 2 and 2, and we got it. So this is scaling. We have make it bigger. So bigger means the scaling, right? And it is using the same matrices what we had done in a class, and it's same thing. If you understood the matrices, you can create a program very easily. Like I have created this program here, which is just a copy of what we had done in a class in terms of matrices and formulas, and I applied them just using some switch cases and just some options to get the things done, and doing the scaling on the actual objects, right? So let's go for the now next time we will be talking about reflection and sharing, right? Till then, masalama.